Hi, I'm Libby Guthrie with Keller Williams Realty in Northern California, and today I'm going to talk about appraisals. And let's just say you're a seller and you're in contract with a buyer to buy your home, and the buyer is obtaining financing through FHA or VA, and it is contingent upon the home appraising at your contract price. So let's just say you're in contract for $450,000. So what happens? Well, the buyer's lender will order the appraisal, and the buyer usually pays for that appraisal up front. And then the appraiser will want to come out to the property, and usually the appraisal company will contact the listing agent, your agent as a seller, to gain access to the property. So if you're still living there, you want to make sure that you accommodate the time and date when that appraiser is going to come out to the property. There's a few things that the listing agent usually does too, and one of those things is to provide to the appraiser some recent comparable sales in the neighborhood, and also point out any recent improvements that you may have done to the property, such as a new roof, new furnace, new air conditioner unit, that could affect the value of the home. There's a couple of things that you need to do too as a seller to make sure that is in place prior to the appraiser coming out. The tank water heater will need to be properly strapped with 2 straps. There needs to be smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors in the home and properly installed. So make sure that those things are done prior to the appraiser coming out, because if it's not done, then he or she may have to come back out, and that could possibly delay closing. So let's just say you get into contract, like we said, for $450,000, but the appraisal only comes in at $440,000. So there's a couple of things that could be done. The buyer's agent and the listing agent could challenge the appraisal and see if they could get the value back up to the $450,000, or at least closer to that. You could come down to the $440,000 price and stay in contract that way, or the buyer could come up with the difference of the $10,000, or you could meet in the middle a little bit, or somewhere around, making some accommodations that way. So that's a few of the things that could happen. But if you cannot agree on that, then you would have to cancel the agreement with that particular buyer. Just keep in mind, if you get into contract with another buyer that is either FHA, if you're in contract originally with an FHA buyer, or it's a VA buyer and you were in contract originally with a VA buyer, that the appraisal for the VA and FHA will stay with the property for a few months after the original date of that original appraisal being done. So just keep that in mind. Discuss that with your listing agent, prior to accepting an offer, if it's FHA or VA and you had an FHA or VA appraisal done originally. If you don't have an agent and you have questions regarding appraisals, please feel free to contact me. My number is 925-628-2436. Thanks a lot.